Welcome back to Dad Mafia. This is Kevin Kev coming at you from an undisclosed indoor tropical location. Dad Mafia is a community of dads of all creeds, races, religions, nationalities, languages, boy dads, girl dads, dads with grown kids, dads with little kids, expecting dads. All dads are welcome. The only requirement is you gotta be a good dad or be on the path to learn how to be a good dad. You know what I mean? This is a little office that I use. This is my bro's house, and I took over the lease and I use it as an office now. And I had my boy chalk muraled on the wall. I have a friend that's an artist, and I said I want to do some sort of painting, to have him while I'm here, have him on the wall somewhere. And she said, "What do you have in mind?" And I said, "I want him riding a shark or something." And so sure enough, he's riding this shark, holding his trident, bubbles all around him, king of the ocean. You see all this coral. Something that I grew up in Cincinnati, and we're pretty landlocked there. And in the summer, my dad was taking me to New Jersey, and a couple times took me to Florida. And man, it made a big impact on me, and it's why I live in a tropical location as we speak. And so I take my son to the ocean a lot, as much as I can, because I want him to experience that, and I want him to be a waterman. And it just makes me feel like I'm dadding right, doing something that made me so happy as a kid, But so speaking of expecting fathers, that's today's little dad rant or dad advice that we're going to talk about. And I wanted to share something that I realized when my son was a few months old, that absolutely no one told me. Definitely people gave me a lot of advice, and they said make sure you have skin to skin contact when he's born. Said make sure you love him. I told a friend, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be responsible and make sure he's got good insurance and this and that. And she said, yeah, but he also needs love. You know what I mean? And a lot of people they didn't even give me advice. They just, certain things they said really stuck with me, but no one told me this, which is how natural it is to be a dad, how natural it is to raise them. It's not easy. Don't mix the two. It is not easy. It's not easy being the first month where they're not sleeping right and they're waking up, they're not in a sleep cycle, and you're not sleeping yourself. It's dangerous. It's not easy. It's not easy when they start crawling around and reaching stuff and grabbing knives, and you got to baby proof the house. That's not easy. It's not easy when they get sick and they got diarrhea. They had diarrhea 8 times in a day, and you got to take them to the hospital. It's not easy when they get 102 fever in the span of 30 minutes. That's not easy. It's not easy when they'll cry just uncontrollably, and you don't know if you're trying a bottle and you're trying to give them some food and you're trying to put them back to sleep. It's not easy, but it's real natural. Rarely are you gonna be in a situation where you don't know what to do. And I want to be careful in when I say that, because there's going to be times where you're like, all right, he's got to take this medication every 8 hours and this one every 12 hours, or there's a way you got to give him certain medication that you might need some help with, right? But when I'm talking about natural, I'm saying like when you are an expecting father and you're like, damn, I got to change his diaper and stuff, and I got to put his car seat on and all that. It's like you have to trust your dad instincts. It's like wiping. I'm not joking. It's like wiping your own ass. You're not gonna be like, oh damn, I gotta change his diaper. God damn it. You're gonna see that he's dirty, and you're gonna say, the same way you would wipe your own ass because you don't want to have mud butt. If you sharted on yourself, would you just go about your day? No, you go wipe your ass and change your underwear, right? That's what you're gonna do with your son or your daughter. It's that natural. You're gonna be like, oh, boom. And you're gonna go about the rest of the day and you're not even gonna think about it. There's dads out there that have probably, several kids, and they've probably changed thousands of diapers, and they don't go around thinking about it. You know what I mean? My kid has had, I think, 4 emergency room visits now. And those stay with me for sure because they're scary. But when at the moment you're like, this ain't right, I gotta take him somewhere. I gotta take him to the emergency room. You know what I mean? So instinct will kick in, You know what I mean? When you're hungry, you're gonna try different things. You're gonna give them some grapes. You're gonna give them some water. You're gonna see what they like. You know, it's gonna kick in, and you will. The more time you spend with your child, the more natural it will be to raise them. You know, so if your kid is 7 months old and you've only seen them 2 or 3 times their whole life, and then you want to have a few days with them and you try to put them to sleep and change their diaper, it's not gonna work. You know, it's gonna be difficult. So the more time you spend with them since they're a baby, the more you will know them, you will understand their habits, you will understand their reactions, and you'll allow your instinct to develop. Because, you know, literally we've been raising children for tens of thousands of years. You know, the other thing that'll help you and make it more natural is to trust the mommies. This is dad mafia, but we are closely aligned with the mamas. You know, have some moms around you when the kid is little and when the kid's born. Your mom, your grandma, your aunt, your cousin, your sister, any kind of female friend that had kids, if they raise someone that's still alive, then they kind of know what they're doing. You know what I mean? And they can help you troubleshoot. And, you know, so I just don't want you, if you're an expecting father, I'm not going to tell you that it's smooth. You know what I mean? But the thing that was making me anxious, being an expecting father, was just like, damn, on a day-to-day, what do I do? What do I do on a day-to-day? I don't know. You know, I know I'm gonna be there. I know I'm gonna be present. I know I was gonna be, you know, a good dad, but like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do day-to-day. And really, you just gotta be present. You just gotta be around him, and you'll figure out, he'll tell you what he needs, you know, or she. And they will cry, and you'll learn by process of elimination. They're gonna start crying, so you're gonna say, all right, is it, you know, are you hungry, or you got a poopy diaper, or, you know, what is it? And sometimes they're cranky and you just want to sleep, and you got to put them to sleep. That's a good thing that you're gonna need to practice. That's not always easy. So just let your instincts really take over, and the more time you spend with the kid, the easier it'll be. So, you know, if you've got a situation where, you know, it's tough, man. A lot of dudes don't see their kids and they blame the baby's mother. And I know, maybe, I don't know what percentage of it is, but I know a lot of times it's bullshit. Because I see you and you're talking bad about her, but I can see your life is fucked up. And that's why you're not with your kid. You're broke, you know, you're a fucked up person. That's why you're not with your kid. Don't blame the baby mom, you know. But I do know there are situations, you know, because I've been with women that are fucked up, they're unstable. I was with a woman like that. Luckily, we didn't have kids. I got a friend that has kids or someone like that. So I know it's out there, man, and that's fucked up. But don't let that get in the way with your relationship, you know, with the kids, and hope that you becoming closer to the kids will at least take away her, you know, imagination of you as a bad person for whatever reason she thinks you are a piece of shit. You know, take that excuse away from her, so she can't say, you know, he's a piece of shit and he's not good to his kids. You know, say, I'm gonna be around my kids. You know what I mean? And that's a whole nother level of dadding that I luckily don't have to worry about right now. But I dodged the bullet for a long time because of that. I didn't want to have fucking kids with somebody crazy, you know. And sometimes people aren't necessarily crazy, but you're crazy together. And so I had a baby when I was 37, bro, and that allowed me to have be a dad at an age where I've got more patience and I've got more time and money and maturity to be able to deal with that kind of stuff, man. And that's another big part of it, man, is that our modern society requires us to be out all day and working and commuting, and it's stressful. And so the more you can take stress out of your life to be a dad, also the easier it'll be, you know. So try to work on your housing, on your health and your housing, you know, and make sure that your kid is in a safe place. You know, when I'm talking about, you know, make sure that you're in housing, that things are up to code. Make sure you're not in a place where there's a lot of drug shit going on, you know, that attracts violence and stuff. Make sure, you know, you're in a place that's, if the kid is old enough to be playing and stuff like that, try to make sure they're in a place where they can walk, or at least in front of, you know, the house. You don't want to live in a high traffic area. And think about, you know, what's worth it. You know what I mean? If you are trying to save some money, but you're living somewhere fucked up, you know, is it worth it? You know what I mean? Take stress out of your life and you know, you hear these cases that are never justified, but we hear these cases where these people abuse their kids, shaken baby syndrome, man, and you see how that happens when somebody's fucking 19 and 20 and don't have any fucking maturity, and they're trying to live their life. Either they're doing the right thing and they're real stressed out and they're working all the time and they're stressed, or they're living a fucking foul life and they're on drugs or whatever it is, and they have no ability to remain calm, and so then they definitely don't have the ability to keep a baby calm, and foul stuff happens, man. So as much as you can like slow down your life, the better, you know, and only you know what that is. For me, I was super lucky to have a kid when I did, because I've been, you know, independent. I worked as a consultant I've been completely independent and had different businesses and investments for the past 4 years. And for 5 years before that, I lived somewhat off of investments, and I was a consultant. So for the past 8 or 9 years, I've been able to make my own schedule, and definitely there's demanding times, but I'm the one that decides when I'm out and about and when I'm, you know, busy. And, you know, so that gives me the time to just be around my kid, and it gives me time to be around him and bond and just be present and just be having him sitting on my knee, or, you know, wrestling with him on the bed, or playing with him, you know what I mean, or take a walk with him. And that will also make it be more natural, because if he's around you all day and he feels your warmth and feels the security and closeness and safety of you, then it's gonna be easier to change his diaper. It's gonna be easier to give him a bottle. It's gonna be easier to put him to sleep, because he feels comfortable around you. So give yourself, you owe yourself that. And if you gotta work your ass off, then think about having the mom stay at home. You know what I mean? But you can't have both of you fucked up and busy. It's not gonna work, man. You gotta really try to devote some time, slow your life down, and dedicate some goddamn time to the first couple years, because that's a crucial time where their brain develops, and they need a lot of safety and security, and they need to be fed, and they need a lot of rest. So just stuff to keep in mind. I'll see you guys next time. Like, subscribe, comment, and definitely throw out any dad tricks, any dad advice, any dad tales. Man, I'm really excited about being able to learn from different people, because I got a bro, it's like he's my age and he's got 3 kids. My cousin's got 4 kids. Like, you guys are crazy, man. My sister's about to have 3. So like, god damn, it's hard, man, and there's levels unlocked of dadding, you know what I mean, that I'm curious about, and I really hope I can offer some advice to brand new dads or expecting dads, and I also want some advice, you know, and experience from more veteran dads. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.